Right, Matam Italian take 2. Guess who made a schoolboy error? Me. I was talking away for the last 10 minutes to the camera, thinking I was recording, but I had the camera on still mode. So I took one photograph of myself and that was it. Right, I'll repeat what I was saying. It's Wednesday, it's the week after Typhoon Karina. Very, very bad typhoon that hit the Philippines. Very bad, and it just puts everything into perspective. When a disaster like that happens, everything just goes from, your priorities just change. I was reading an article earlier this week with some statistics as to what's actually happened. And apparently 11 people have lost their lives due to the typhoon, with flooding and things like that. 50,000 people have been displaced. 11 medical facilities have had major problems. So yeah, it does. It puts everything into perspective. Not used to that sort of thing in the UK. But good thing about the Philippines, everybody rallied around. All the various emergency services came out, volunteers and things. So very good community spirit. So getting back to the build, obviously when the storm was here, we had very little work done to the house outside. That was all basically stopped, and we were able to continue with the tiling of the floors inside. Last week we had, as part of the storm, we had a little twister came along the Barangay Road, took up one of the electricity poles which had electric and also internet connection on there. We lost power for about a day and a half. So we've currently got a temporary fix. They've got a pole which they're going to erect hopefully soon, but we've got a couple of fields which just a few months ago there was cattle grazing on them, but now they're the lakes, really deep. One of them beside where the pole came down actually was about 3 or 4 feet deep just at the edges, so it was difficult for them to do anything, and it was coming across the Barangay Road. And one of the plots which has just been sold recently, about 3 plots further down the road, the water was coming from the field across the road into that new plot and then down to the sea. So really bad. So anyway, we've managed to get some of the guys back. Well, actually I think all of them are back now, apart from one. I haven't seen Mano Jano today, but with everything drying up, they were able to finish off the boundary wall, apart from one position there in the corner beside the Mahone stone. We can't do anything there at the moment because the hole that's been dug to put the post is currently waterlogged by about 3 feet of water, so we're waiting for that to dry off, and then they'll finish off that little bit of the wall. Just to prove how big the wall is, it basically goes from right over onto that boundary. It's about 50 meters all the way along here, and then we've got just over 45 meters all the way along this area. Now when I get to the guys who are working on the front, they'll think I'm a bit crazy, but of course I was talking to myself because I wasn't recording. Never mind. What do they say? Bad workman always blames his tool. So the wall goes all the way along here. We had to take up some of the trees on the boundary, but the neighbours were okay about it. Fortunately, everybody's related to each other, so our steel man, I think it's his nephew or something, lives in some of those. So they were all cool about it. So that takes us to the front where the barangay road is. Then we come along to the driveway of the house that we rent out to Pastor, and we will be putting new gates on there when we eventually get the fencing done. But I think the fencing is probably going to have to wait till next year. It's going to be one of the last things to do, because it's the whole thing of the boundary wall wasn't really part and parcel of the original budget. So this was in addition, and we've actually used a lot more bricks, hollow blocks, sorry, than we did during the build. A lot more. So this is the wall all the way to the other boundary, which was already in place. So that was a good thing. So we only had to build 3 walls. Yet they're looking at us now thinking, why is he recording again? So we've got the guys putting about a 1 centimetre coating of plaster on the wall, and putting a nice little pattern as well. Then we're just going to render that. The well is now deep, really deep, really filled up. And another thing that's happened is we've got, well, apart from the boss lady just sitting there in the distance on the patio, and we've got the guys delivered the windows. These are the fixed frame windows. It's been a little bit longer than expected, but they've come today to get those installed. So basically working around everybody else that we've got working. Finished off the hardy flex on that part of the roof. We had to move the scaffolding ready for the next part, because we can't do anything else until we get that epoxy sealed, and then we're just going to do a render over the top of it. But yeah, we're finishing that part of it off. We're busy on the top part of the roof at the moment, getting that put in place. What else? During the storm we found we had a couple of leaks, nothing major, but they're also rectifying those leaks today, because it's nice and sunny. Boss lady's now disappeared, don't know where she's gone, and she's been replaced by Garfield. There you go. Garfield's asleep. She might be in the kitchen, because what we did last week as well, we moved all the cooking from the area over there. It's all inside now. So we've moved the cooking into the dirty kitchen area.